Alright guys, this is my in-depth, in-detail prediction for the triple threat match you're going to see this Sunday for the WWE title. It's going to be Daniel Bryan facing off against Kane and CM Punk, the defending champion. Now, right after Over the Limit, I was thinking, and I think a lot of us were thinking, that Daniel Bryan was going to have a rematch. Not a three-way rematch, but a one-on-one rematch against CM Punk at the next pay-per-view, being No Way Out. But instead, they incorporated Kane into this to make it a three-way match. And initially, I wasn't looking forward to Kane being added to the mix. And you can see that if you watch my Kane vs. CM Punk vs. Daniel Bryan video, the first one I made where I was predicting that this match would happen, that, you know, they would have a three-way instead of a one-on-one match between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, because Kane had gotten so involved into this that it wouldn't make too much sense not to put him in the whole thing. And although it did make sense to add Kane to the matchup, you know, given what Kane was doing, you know, attacking CM Punk with a steel chair, attacking Daniel Bryan with a steel chair, and chokeslamming both of them, it just made sense, but I just wasn't looking forward to it. I didn't want Kane to get involved in this. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan one-on-one was great at Over the Limit, so I wanted a second one-on-one match. So now, while we won't have a great one-on-one match between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, you know, they've completely changed my mind on this whole thing, you know? Like I said, initially I wasn't looking forward to this. I don't want a three-way match between CM Punk and Kane and Daniel Bryan, but you know, the past couple of weeks, the storyline they've used for this and everything, it's just been great. So you know, I'm looking forward to this. It's actually the match I'm looking forward to the most on this pay-per-view. I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, what's going to happen. You know, there's so many things that could happen with this match. So many scenarios. It's the most unpredictable matchup on the card, in my opinion. It's really got you wondering, you know, what's going to happen. What's AJ going to do? Is she going to cost anybody the match? Is she even going to get involved in the match? You know, Over the Limit, she didn't get involved. I'm thinking she gets involved at No Way Out. But if she does, what's she going to do? Is she going to side with Kane, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan? I don't know. And they've really made it unpredictable in terms of, you know, the matches they've had on Raw and stuff like that. You know, I mean, usually whoever walks away with the momentum leading up to the pay-per-view, they will win the match. If you look at Raw, CM Punk won the tag team match quickly by hitting the, you know, his kick on Daniel Bryan and hitting the Macho Man elbow drop on Daniel Bryan. So in that tag team match, Daniel Bryan didn't look so good. And usually whoever doesn't look so good, you know, the show before the pay-per-view, they win the match. But it's not always the case, but a lot of times it is the case. So because of that, usually, you know, most of the time I would think, okay, Daniel Bryan's going to win this. But, and, you know, while Daniel Bryan is my pick for this match, it could really go so many ways. You can have, really, all of these guys could win the title. All of these guys could win this match. Anything can happen. The statement, you know, whenever they say anything can happen in the WWE, this match, really anything can happen. And I think, you know, the biggest question people are asking themselves is, who's AJ going to side with? You know, on Monday Night Raw, she sided with Kane, I guess. But after the match, she sat down in the ring, you know, just like CM Punk. You know, she praised Kane, saying he was the coolest guy ever. She told Kane she could see a heart in him. And as far as Daniel Bryan goes, I think she said she hasn't gotten over him, something like that. It's interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who's AJ gonna side with at No Way Out? If she's even gonna side with anybody? You know, if I look at all three guys in this match, and I give my percentages on who I think is gonna win, you know, the chance of them winning, I would give Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, both of them, an equal chance at winning. So 40% chance that CM Punk wins, and a 40% chance that Daniel Bryan wins. And that last 20%, I would give it to Kane. I just, you know, I could see Kane winning, but not as much as I could see CM Punk retaining or Daniel Bryan winning the title. I'm thinking the reason why they added Kane to this match is so he could get pinned, unfortunately. You know, I'm a big fan of Kane, but it just seems like it's the case. You know, they don't use, well, they use Kane, I mean, but, you know, he loses a lot. So I'm thinking he's in this match to lose, to get pinned by either Daniel Bryan or CM Punk. I don't think Daniel Bryan's going to get submission victory over CM Punk or Kane, especially not CM Punk because he's a face. As far as Kane goes, I'm thinking he's a heel, but maybe he's a face. I'm pretty sure he's a heel though, because he was teaming up with Daniel Bryan, on Raw. But at the same time, he didn't attack AJ when she was the legal, the legal diva or legal person, and he was the legal, person on his team. Now, as far as the scenarios we could see, happening, with this match, well, let's say CM Punk retains. If CM Punk retains, let's say AJ aligns herself with CM Punk, she could align herself with him, or maybe she accidentally costs Kane the match or something like that. If CM Punk wins and he pins Kane, what he could do at Money in the Bank, he could have a title match against Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan could claim, I didn't get pinned, at No Way Out, so I want a rematch. You can't beat me one-on-one. Although he did beat him over the limit, but, CM Punk did tap out right after. Alright, and speaking of tapping out, what if they have this finish where CM Punk goes for the pinfall on Kane, and while he has the pinfall on Kane, Daniel Bryan locks on the label lock on CM Punk. CM Punk gets the 3 count, and then right after he taps out. What if they do that? And then once again, CM Punk would have tapped out right after the bell rang, right after he wins the match. So Daniel Bryan, I guess, would tell. The next night on Raw would claim that, hey, CM Punk tapped out once again. I want my rematch. They could do that. I could actually see them doing something like that. It's a 3-way match, so they could do something like that. Or like I said, if CM Punk wins and pins Kane, then Daniel Bryan could ask for a rematch at Money in the Bank. Now, if they don't have any plans for Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk, if CM Punk wins, what they could do is CM Punk could pin or submit Daniel Bryan, and then Kane would have a rematch with CM Punk at Money in the Bank. Kane could claim, like Daniel Bryan, that he wasn't the one that got pinned, so they could have a feud between CM Punk and Kane one-on-one for the championship at Money in the Bank. Although I think a feud like that maybe would be more suited for SummerSlam. I don't know. Anyways, that's, one of those scenarios, or two, whatever. And that's if CM Punk wins. Well, actually, one more scenario. If CM Punk wins by pinning Kane, AJ could not get involved at all. Let's say AJ doesn't get involved. CM Punk retains the championship by pinning Kane. Then they could have a rematch between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. And in that rematch at Money in the Bank, AJ could then cost CM Punk the match and get back with Daniel Bryan, thus costing CM Punk the title and Daniel Bryan the new WWE champion. And then they would have one more match at SummerSlam. I'm not sure who would win that, but it'd be an awesome match. So that's it for the scenarios for CM Punk. Now when it comes to Daniel Bryan, since I did say I see CM Punk having a 40% chance at winning as well as Daniel Bryan. So with Daniel Bryan, I could see AJ going back to Daniel Bryan, costing CM Punk and Kane the match, and helping Daniel Bryan win, basically. Or maybe not, but let's say Daniel Bryan wins the title. If Daniel Bryan wins the title, he could then have a match with CM Punk who would invoke his rematch at Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank last year was the pay-per-view they both really got, I guess, their push, kind of. CM Punk won the title and then left the company with it for about a week. And Daniel Bryan, he won the Money in the Bank match. So they could have a rematch, at Money in the Bank for the title. And then CM Punk could win that. I assume CM Punk would win. Because the week after Money in the Bank is 1,000 episode of Raw. They start 3 hours. And I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but there's rumors that they have a new WWE Championship belt. Well, actually, they're not rumors. CM Punk said it in an interview that they do have a new WWE title design. So I'm thinking CM Punk should be the one, or is going to be the one to reveal it. So CM Punk would win at Money in the Bank, and then he could reveal the new title on the 1,000 episode of Raw. I think that would be fitting since, it's the 1,000 episode, it's a big deal. So he could use that to reveal the championship, or maybe they don't care about CM Punk, being the one to display the new championship. Maybe it's going to be Daniel Bryan. I don't know. But if Daniel Bryan does lose that Money in the Bank, then he could have a rematch at SummerSlam. So they would once again have one last match at SummerSlam for the title, but this time obviously Daniel Bryan would be the defending champion instead of CM Punk. Or Daniel Bryan could win the title at No Way Out, and then retain the title at Money in the Bank, and then have a title match against John Cena at SummerSlam, which is something I'd like to see, a Daniel Bryan versus John Cena feud with Daniel Bryan as the champion. I think that would be cool. I think that'd be a cool thing to see. So that's a scenario. Those are the scenarios basically I can see for Daniel Bryan if he wins. Now when it comes to Kane, if Kane wins this, then there could be two scenarios I could see happening. One is obviously CM Punk would get his rematch since he's the champion, so he invokes his rematch clause at Money in the Bank. Who wins that? I'm not sure. I don't know. But that's one of the things I could see happening. And another thing I could see happening is Kane wins the title, but then Daniel Bryan and CM Punk fight at Money in the Bank, and they continue their feud, except it's not title in this case. Maybe they could have a #1 contenders match between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk at Money in the Bank to determine, the #1 contender for Kane's title at SummerSlam or something like that, assuming that Kane retains his title at Money in the Bank, and that's also assuming that Kane wins the title in the first place. So like I said, there's so many things that could happen, so many scenarios that could happen. It's going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be fun to watch this Sunday. A match that's so unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen, who's going to win, who's going to screw over who. It's just going to be a fun match to watch. I mean, it is a three-way match too, and I like three-way matches, so should be really good. And actually, one scenario I think I didn't cover and I forgot to mention is CM Punk could retain his championship here by pinning Kane, and then at Money in the Bank he has a rematch with Daniel Bryan where Daniel Bryan finally wins the title. I think I didn't mention that before, but I might have, although I think I didn't. Anyways, that's about it for the scenarios I could see happening. So definitely the match to look out for this Sunday, at least in my opinion, is this three-way match for the WWE Championship. CM Punk's held the title for a good amount of time now. I don't know if they plan on having him surpass John Cena when it comes to, the longest title reign, at least in the past couple of years. But if that's not the plan and they plan on making CM Punk lose the title this Sunday, Kane could win the title. He hasn't won the title in freaking over a decade, so it's been such a long time, and he's won the World Heavyweight Championship. But when it comes to the WWE Championship, he hasn't won that in over a decade. Or, my pick, Daniel Bryan could win the WWE Championship for the first time ever this Sunday. That'd be freaking huge. So, so many things can happen, and I'm definitely looking forward to this match. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts on this match in the comment section below. And if you enjoy the videos, click the like button. Anyways, I'm out, guys. See ya.